Okay. Welcome everyone to the Cycling with Virtual Summit and our interview with Meryem Belkihel. My name is Annalisa and I'm the organizer of the summit, as well as an adventure cyclist, designer, and filmmaker. Before I begin, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Ortlieb, Bedrock Sandals, and my Patreon supporters for making the summit possible. I'm just going to give a brief introduction on Meryem and then we'll get into it. Meryem is currently towards the end of her 30,000 kilometer journey across and around the African continent, which started in her hometown of Casablanca. Through her adventures, she's showcasing the beauty of her continent, embracing the journey, and challenging perceptions of what's possible for African women as well as women around the world. So welcome, Meryem, to the summit. And if you can just let us know like where you're calling from and what your day is looking like today.
Yeah, thank you for having me. So I'm in Uganda now, like in front of Lake Victoria, and I'm ready for the last leg of my journey.
Wow, so you're like towards the very end of the trip. Is
Yeah.
are there any like is that bringing up any feelings? Like how does it feel to know that you're going to be going home soon?
Uh, I think I'm not going back home soon. I think I will have some time touring other places I wanted to see. But yeah, I'm not sure of the plans yet. The plan is having no plans. So if I will be able to cycle again and continue for some times before coming back home, I think before the new year, I want to go back home. But yeah, for this last 6 months, I think I may do other adventure around.
I see. So you still have some time. You're not like
Yeah,
going
yeah.
straight home. Yeah. How did you first get into cycling and like why did you choose to travel around Africa specifically by bicycle?
So for me, cycling for me was in the beginning, I was using bicycle just for touring in the city because Casablanca is a big city, so lots of traffic. So to get to some places, it takes lots of time if you are going with a car or whatever. So I choose the bike just to start moving in the city and after work. And then this bike was stolen, and I bought a mountain bike and I start cycling in the forest, and I like it. It's lots of adventure, and then I I like mountains. For me, I'm a mountain person, so I used to hike a lot. So I hiked all the highest peak in Morocco. We have like the highest peak in Morocco is 4,167, and then I said, okay, I want to hike highest peak. So I said, okay, let's start with the highest in Africa, which is Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. And then I said, go in with the plan and spending 2 weeks and coming back so boring. And let's make it more challenging and adventurous. And I decided to came by bike because I was also so interested about Africa, the culture, the music, and that's why I decided like let's mix everything, cycling, culture, and also empowering more women, especially the African and Moroccan one. That's yeah, we can do it, and it's not just for men. Like
Yeah, and the bicycle is like so much more, it's like so much more social than like hiking, because with hiking you're like more in the wilderness, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
With cycling, you are in contact with people like every minute,
Yeah.
so it's more fun.
Yeah, what are the differences that you see like after doing so much hiking, like the differences between hiking and biking and kind of the advantages of both or one?
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but I like hiking because I like mountains and also this freedom that hiking gave me alone in the mountains, high speed, getting lost, going for challenging mountains. And then you have also the bikes that you are cycling, and then you have also lots of challenges, and but you are still connected with locals, and you are so close to locals because you are on a bike, so it's easy to communicate, it's easy to connect. It's not like you are in car, you are just passing and you choose the place where you have to stop. In the bikes, like especially in the countries where there is lots of bicycles, locals use bike. Like I spend like a minute with locals talking while cycling. So it's kind of you become very, very close to locals.
Yeah, that's so true. Like how the bicycle is like so much more vulnerable than a car because you literally don't have walls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've really enjoyed like watching all of your YouTube videos and like the it's just so cool to see how many people you like wave hello to you from the road and just how open the bicycle can be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Every day I say hello to like many people and the kids, and it just made my day. And it's kind of motivation. You are just cycling, and kids they saw you and they start hello, 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 and they start smiling. So it's really made my day because you are making someone smile just because you are passing by bicycle. So it's very cool.
Yeah, like you meet so many people because like just the nature of this vehicle that you're riding with like so many bags on it, like it's just an automatic like conversation starter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
they ask me what I'm selling. Like they thought that I'm selling something. And yeah, yeah, with the bikes and with the bags, it looks weird for them. So they always asking about the journey. And yeah, and also this journey, it's all about human connection. It's like the most important topic of my journey. Also, it's the human connection. Like after all this time I don't care about Kilimanjaro anymore. I want to climb it, but it's like you see that it's not. I didn't do the journey bec- to climb Kilimanjaro, or it's the main goal of my journey. Like for me, it's just like we have something we said. It's like the I lost the name in English. The cerise sur le gâteau. It's in French, but
Mm.
like you have a cake, and this is the fruit that you add in the cake. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. So
I think that's such a sign of like I don't know, for lack of a better word, like a successful journey is like when like the destination no longer like is important, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was there, like you were talking about, just how it's such a journey of like connecting with other people. And I watched or I read about this woman in, I think it was like somewhere in Guinea who took you in like as if you were her own daughter.
Yeah.
Was there like, do you want to tell that story or anyone else that like sticks out in your memory?
Yeah, this woman was in Guinea Conakry. It was the starting of the rainy season. I was in and Guinea Conakry. They had a bad road. Like it's mountains. It's very nice, but it's challenging. And the rain was coming, and they just stopped in the top of the mountain, and there were a small village with a shop. I asked the woman because the locals they know if it's gonna rain, they will tell you it's gonna rain. Like they have they are perfect of saying it's gonna rain or no. So I told them it's gonna rain, said yes. And it starts raining, and then I said asked her if I can like put my tent somewhere like and tomorrow to continue. She said yes. She gave me good room. And people in Guinea, there are people they don't have so much, but she want to give me dates, milk. And she have very, very small shop, like it's very, very small shop. And then we were in the shop, and this was raining, and she was telling everyone, this is my daughter, meet my daughter. And she was telling everyone. And she don't speak French, because Guinea they speak the second language is French, but she don't speak French. She speak only the local language. But her son was translating, and it was so cute. Like, and then they text me in WhatsApp that she asked about me. And yeah, I got lots of like experience like this, that people like they just take you like their own child and care about you. And every time if I meet someone in some country, for example in Zambia, they were texting me every day to see if I'm in a safe place, and like asking me to be careful here and here. So it's just amazing to have this experience. And when you are like far away from home, but then you find this family vibe with known people that you don't know. It just you met them, and then they decide to give you all the love, and make you feel home away from home.
That's so beautiful. Yeah, like I feel like when you're especially also when you're traveling as like a solo traveler instead of with someone, like I feel like you're more like you open yourself, you're just automatically like more open to people.
Yeah,
Do you find that?
yeah. And also
Yeah.
here, when they see you alone, and especially all the countries, they don't feel that it's safe. Like everywhere you go, it's not safe. Like even if it's safe, they don't think it's safe because they are not used to this. And every time they just trying to protect you and taking care because for them you are alone, you are a woman, you are like they have really to protect you. Like lots of times, if I was with someone, it's not gonna be the same like experience because for lots
Right,
of
they
people
wouldn't.
they just yeah.
Yeah. Would you so I've also like I'm really impressed with the way that you're able to like really seem to like live the journey, but also like you heavily document it and you have like a 360, I think, camera on your
Yeah.
bike. Um, how is that like for you to like, because I know that's always like such a tough balance to like, I don't know, like live in the moment, but also document it because that's really important also for you to share it.
I think for me, like especially vlogging and sharing, it was part of the journey because it's like sharing with people and I don't feel alone. Like I'm traveling alone, but I'm talking to the camera every time. It's like it's make me feel not very the solitude or whatever because I'm always talking to the camera, even if I share, if even if I know that this video is not gonna get me a lot of likes or whatever, I like to share because I like this relation between me and the camera, and then struggling to find the place to edit, and it's kind of you make something expect except cycling and living the journey. It's making it with more sauce on it. And also I want to document, like, for me as a woman coming from Morocco, and we don't have a lot of women doing this kind of, like, we have a woman that's the first Moroccan. She was a woman that summits all the 7 summits in the world, so she was a woman. We have lots of like strong and adventurous women, but for cycling it's still kind of not very common. And like for me, when I start sharing, I got a lot of bad like people, like they didn't like me to do that, like, so I got a lot of bad comments, lots of people like just insulting me because I'm doing this. And for me, I know that I have like strong personality and they don't really care about the bad comments. So I said, you know there is a day that someone have to start this and sharing this. Like there is some women doing, but they don't share because they are not ready for getting like stupid comment from stupid guy sitting in the cafe and just trying to tell, So I said, okay, for me, I don't really care about what these people think about what I'm doing or whatever. I'm doing it for like in the positive way, and it's good to open this for other women, and it's working. Like now I'm so happy because lots of women, they text me, we just started cycling, we bought a bike. Even a man, like, it's kind of, you see that you are like giving some inspiration for some people, and it's not only for women and men. And this is beautiful, like to see that someone is doing something just because he's watching your video. So it's nice.
Yeah, it's one thing to just like speculate about a place or experience like when you're not there, but it's another thing to actually be living it. And that's why it's so important that you're sharing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there I'm just trying to remember. I think you like in one of your Instagram stories, you were talking about like this Moroccan family that you met somewhere in West Africa. I forgot which country. Um, but they had like an American sibling, and I think they
Oh
found
yes.
you through. Do you want to tell us about that?
So I was in Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, and that time someone sent me a message on Facebook and he said, hello, my name is I'm living in and working in Cote d'Ivoire with my family, and my sister and her children, they watch you, they are living in US, and they tell me that you are near in the Ivory Coast, so please, we want to invite you to get some Moroccan food. So you are welcome. When and they was in Ivory Coast and they had malaria, but I had already place to stay, and then they invite me, they make me some Moroccan food, and we call the family, they are watching me from US, and they were so happy because they didn't tell them that I'm there. They just make a video call, and then they give me the phone, and it was like, there's people far away, they are watching your video, and they just tell her brother to invite you. And also another one, I was in South Africa, and South Africa, it's like halfway, because lots of travel, they do Cape to Cape, so it's from Cairo to Cape Town, or from Morocco to Cape Town. And there is a guy who sent me a message, and he told me that I make a challenge with my daughters. He had two daughters, to meet you in South Africa and to take a picture with you. And he was calling me. I didn't see his Facebook. I have lots of messages, so I don't check them. And then I was cycling with my headphones, and I got a call, so I answered without seeing who is calling, and this was from my Facebook page. And he said, "Hello, Mariam, how are you? I'm this, and I'm in South Africa. I was waiting for you in Cape Town because I saw that you are near, and I was trying to reach you because I make this challenge with my daughter to take a picture with you." And they was like, what is this story? Like, this guy wants to kidnap me or what? Like, it sounds weird. And they said, I'm arriving to Cape Town after 2 days. He said, okay, I already flew to Johannesburg, but I will come back to meet you. And they said, okay, let's see. But he looks like when I check his Facebook, he was like doing some tourism there. And then he came back and he makes some poster for me. Congratulations, from Morocco to Cape Town. And he invites me to a Moroccan restaurant there. And he called his daughter, and he didn't tell them that he made me, and he told them, I want the challenge. And that I was like surprised that this is a family in US, also Moroccan, live in US, watching me. And the father, he make a challenge, and he took a flight from to South Africa just to challenge the daughter to take picture with me, and they were watching the videos every time. So it was, yeah, it was nice to hear that only also the families they are watching.
Wow, that really makes it like, yeah, it just shows like how worth it is to like
Yeah,
to document everything and share it, because of
yeah,
course not everyone can like take these kinds of journeys too.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, just going over all my questions for you. Was there any other like surprising ways that the bicycle has like kind of been the key into someone's home, or like allowed you to just, I don't know, be invited into someone's life?
I think the bike is always the key. Like,
Yeah.
it's always because people, they see that it's a bike. I'm a small girl, I'm so small, you don't, I look tall in the photos, everyone tell me that. And you see the bike is so heavy, so people are like, what is this, what is happening? It's always this, people are so curious to know what I'm doing, so it's always this curiosity that's opened the doors for me for many places. And yeah, I think like it's a big part of the journey. The bike open it many doors for me.
Yeah, like speaking of just the amount of weight that you carry on your bike, like did that from the first time that you started bike touring, I think like a few years ago, right? Like
Yeah,
how has that like, because I think I saw your bike from like maybe 4 years ago, and it was like, yeah, it was much heavier, of course, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it had like this big solar panel on it. Is there anything like I noticed that when you bike tour, like you realize like how little you actually need,
Yeah,
like both on the trip but in life as well, like how little belongings you need. Is there anything like that you've learned along the way in terms of like, I don't know, stuff that you don't need to carry practically,
yeah,
or any other lessons?
yeah. I think for my first bike, touring. It was only in Morocco, and I was carrying a lot, like lots of stuff. And now when I see the pictures, I say, why I'm carrying all of this? And yeah, now I became more and more minimalist, and I'm doing my best to buy stuff which is ultra light also, but also the thing that I'm like making contents. That means that I'm carrying a drone, I'm carrying a laptop, I'm carrying a camera, lots of chargers, power banks. I was carrying a solar panel. So it's also add a weight on that. And also like for the first part of West Africa, I know that the if I got problem on the bike, I need to have the spare for it. For many things, it's not easy to find this. So also you have to carry this, but I'm trying to do my best to be minimalist, but I'm always checking the bike and I'm saying from where all of this came, like why I'm having a lot of luggage. But every country I'm trying to reduce what I'm having. Sorry.
Yeah, and you definitely can't be ultralight if you're like carrying a drone and everything. But yeah, like there's still and there's always still like kind of these luxury items that you carry with you that maybe you don't absolutely need. Like I noticed that you carry I think you have like bracelets on your that you always
Yeah, yeah.
wear, or is there anything like is there anything that you carry from back home with you?
Um, like something I don't need and some or like this
Yeah.
luxury thing.
Or
Like I'm
something that's
carrying
not
all,
necessary.
yeah, like I'm carrying the items to make my nails on the way to make manicure. Sometimes I said, okay, this is not necessary, but I'm carrying, yeah, the bracelet. They are all like gifts from friends, so it's make me remember. And every country I have new one because someone on the way give me one. Like I have now one from Uganda because I was saying in a very basic lodge, and I was having breakfast with the ladies there working there, and then she just gave me a gift. So yeah, everyone give me. I have like from Namibia, someone gave me from South Africa, from yeah. So it's kind of, yeah, they are not necessary maybe, but it's like the emotional that I carry. It's more than the heavy weights on it.
Yeah. It's like definitely worth the wait to just like, I don't know, have these like nice mementos from the places that you've been.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed also that like I mean the your route on polar steps is not, of course, it's not like a straight line, like you've done so many different detours. Are there any like um I don't know, like any any memorable detours that you've made?
Uh, uh, I
Or it's
lost
usually
this
for
one.
bike problems, right?
Yeah, I got lots of, after I think now it's 2.5 years, everything is falling apart. Like everything is falling apart. So it's kind of everything is tired from the journey because it was not easy with the rainy season, because everywhere I go it's the rainy season. Like even here it was rainy. The rain just stopped and the sun is shining. So the rain and the gravel roads are not helping. And yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah, you've been through all of the elements through like rain and heat. I think there was like a tremendous heat wave.
No,
Forgot where
even
that
the
was.
snow, even
Yeah.
the snow, like even snow in South Africa, um, there were 2 days where the road was stopped in the Free State in South Africa because of the snow. It was snowing, and they didn't. It wasn't supposed to snow because it was not the winter time, and yeah, it was. So now they call me the storm lady. Like everywhere I go, it's storm.
Wow. Was there any like there's this phrase that I learned about a few years ago. Like there's type 1 fun and type 2 fun, and type 2 fun is like something that was like miserable at the time but is like fun to look back on. Was there I mean I'm sure those involved like the weather as well, but Do any of those moments pop out for you?
Yeah, I think the road of Cameroon was fun. Like between Nigeria and Cameroon, it was like swimming in the mud. No, swimming in the mud, like everything. And I got a bad infection. Like my face, maybe you're gonna see it on Instagram. My face was like making Botox the first day, and then getting bigger, and then getting bigger. And I was in contact with my doctor, and they said, "You need to go to the hospital. Like, you need to go to the hospital." I was like, okay. I check. I'm in the middle of the jungle, like the middle of the rainy forest. And then I saw that there were small hospital on the way, and I just um, start cycling there, and it was the most horrible hospital like you can see. No, it was so dirty, no water, no electricity, and then I had to do injection for 7 days, and it just you cannot stay in this hospital. Like it's no way. It's like you're gonna get more sick if you stay there. So I said to this doctor, okay, can I get the injection early in the morning, and then I will go tomorrow. I said, how can you go? You are sick, and there is no road. They said, okay, just give me. So I start cycling every day in this muddy road. Every time I have the medication, antibiotic, I arrive at the evening, I make the injection, I wake up at 6 o'clock, I go to the hospital, make the injection, cycling all the day. It was like, but it was fun. Now when I say, I was like, I don't know how did I manage to, because I didn't want to take any. Yeah, in the beginning I was like so strict about not taking any kind of transportation, but then when you look now, you said, okay, it's had to be okay if you just take a bus, and then you just, for the health, it's better than struggling.
Right. Yeah. For your health, of course. Um, did you like struggle a lot with that? Like in the beginning, you just said that like you were very strict with not taking rides or anything. Like your mindset around that has changed.
Yeah, I think now it's
Yeah.
changed. I'm still like, I can count the rides that I took with my fingers, but it's not the same mindset, because before it was like shame, 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 shame. No way. Like it's have to be very, very emergency. But now, like I say, maybe for example, I pass some dangerous area. Like I said, it's all the locals. They said, you, no way you're gonna pass these 30 kilometers on the cycle. Said, why I'm risking it? I'm like, for just being with this head that no, I can do it. So now it's, I think it's changing, not like before. No, before I
Yeah,
was very strict about this.
that's interesting though that you were so strict like in the beginning. Do you know where that came from?
I think in the beginning I was like, I'm trying to challenge myself. That's going to do it with every like kilometers is gonna be on the bike. And I also, I'm like, I'm saving everything on Strava, and there was like no way I'm gonna take a bus on this. I was, but then no, even when I was in Ivory Coast, I had malaria for 2 weeks, and they didn't know it was malaria. And when I went to I got like bad malaria, the first malaria bad. And I had a problem. I couldn't eat, so everything I eat I vomited. And I was in small village, so I said, like, in Abidjan it's better to go to Abidjan, so there I will find fruit and veggie and good food. And I was 150, and I was sick. I'm telling you, I can't eat nothing. And I was with another cyclist. We were cycling together, and he said, okay, take the bus. So I said, oh, no way. And I start cycling the first day. It was the third day of my medication, because you have 3 days to take the medication for malaria. And I was just like, I'm telling you, it was, I think, the bad day of my life. Like I was feeling no energy. I have lots of parasites on my blood, and I didn't eat for, I think, 2 days. And and this road is not flat, it's up and downs. But then he gave me energy drink, and then I drink this energy, and I was like just lying, and they start cycling like nothing is happening, and I reach Abidjan.
Wait, just from the
That's me.
energy drink?
Yeah.
Wait, when you were still recovering from malaria?
No, I was like still sick because the malaria, when you get the treatment, it's for 3 days.
Mhm.
Get the treatments for the 3 days. You take the pills the morning and the evening, or two times. It depends of the kind of the pills you have. And because for me, the first day, second day, I was sick, I couldn't eat, so I said I need to go to Abidjan, but I refused to go to Abidjan with the bus. I mean, it was 150. I start cycling,
Even
and
when you
they,
were sick?
yeah, and they was like
Oh.
sick like it's. And then yeah, I didn't catch any bus, but then when I drink the energy drink, I was fine.
Well, what
So guys,
energy
if you
drink was
have
that?
malaria,
That's
don't.
crazy.
It was a local one. Like it's not even like a luxury one, or like it was. I think, yeah, it was a local energy drink.
And from there on, you just slowly got better.
Yeah, because in Abidjan I took a long break, so
Mhm.
I recovered because it was bad. The malaria, it's not a joke. Like when you got the malaria, you need to give your body like the time to recover and rest, and especially for the first time, when your body is not used to have this kind of parasites.
Yeah, you really have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
That's funny that what you were saying about about Strava too, because I feel like that's also like changed the way that a lot of us have ridden, or yeah, like just this I don't know how to describe it, but like just the fact that you're recording it makes it so that you want to like, I don't know,
Yeah.
follow the rules. Yeah.
Like I want to make, I was seeing that I need to make the files at the end that show all the line, no space. You see, like it's, yeah, but yeah, I think the beginning I was like, I don't know. Yeah, the journey changed you and changed lots of rules and things on the mind, and I think, yeah, on the beginning I was so strict about this, but now, like, if I have emergency and the same emergency that I had in the beginning, I will not take the lift in the beginning, but now I think I will like make, yeah, because yeah, it's not a journey about a week or 2 or 3. It's like now it's 2.5 years, so it's just sometimes you have just to make, there is lots of challenges that make me like change my mind, and also like, especially in some, when you are passing some dangerous places, or like not safe places that everyone warn you about it, and like this is happening in South Africa. I took uh, twice lift, like it was 20 kilometers and 10 kilometers because it was not safe. And you see, like I was like, why I'm risking it with think that everyone tell me it's not safe, and I'm carrying a lot of item expensive. If I lose them, that's, it's not also, you see, like you can just lose your items, and then you have to, it's like you are losing your house, a small house. So yeah, I think that was part of it.
Yeah, it really is like your house. Um, is it difficult? Like, was it difficult more in the beginning, like to really follow your gut in those kinds of situations? And have you like kind of learned over time to listen more to what you're feeling?
um, I think because for me, before even this journey, I used to travel alone a lot in Morocco, hitchhiking, and then traveling by bike. And then I used to watch football games in the stadium a lot, and travel like with the team. So it's kind of this, all of this have make this house happen in my mind and my personality. And yeah, I think day after day you learn more, you are more strong than before, you have more experience. And but I think I have a thing that for me, I don't panic. this is, I think, something positive on me. That if someone came and I saw that he's the danger, I don't panic. Like I will like just be very calm and play it damp, and yeah. So I
Have
think
you always been like that in terms of like just being able to not panic in the moment?
from where I remember, like since maybe, yeah, I think when after the 18, and yeah, I was like this. I don't panic.
Yeah, you come
Yeah.
off as like in your videos is just very like, especially on the borders when you're like changing the money, like you're very like street smart and confident, and that's not something that a lot of people can do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm always like this because the borders crossing, it's always like it's fun because lots of people they got scammed in the borders. Lots for me. Also, the border sounds are not the safest always because the borders is mixed. It's not like a town where you have the people living there. It's mix of people coming and crossing and this, and it's always not the safest place. And lots of stories of how to get scam, and they are very smart, like they can take your money like a magic. Yeah, so that's why I'm always very careful in the borders. And yeah,
And that's also a moment that you have to like really just like remain calm
yeah,
and not panic.
yeah, always be calm and like trying to take it pole pole, like in Swahili, it's slowly slowly.
Oh, that's a nice thing to, yeah, repeat to yourself.
Mm.
Are there any other like tips that you have for people who are navigating those kinds of situations and like just how to remain calm in those?
Yeah, I think always, you know for me, lots of people they told me it is safe like to travel alone as a woman. It is safe to do this. I cannot say it's safe because it depends on the personality. If someone came to me and he saw that I'm calm, and like he saw how I'm reacting or whatever, and if he go to you and you start panicking, and like he will know that you are an easy target. But when you are calm, like I'm always like, if someone many times, like if someone came and you see that he's not the innocent person that you're gonna meet, and I just turn it like, oh, it is the road is hilly. Oh, I saw that something. My friend is waiting here. Oh, did you see my friend? He just passed. So it's just making them answer something that they forget that they came for other things. Yeah, because it depends of the person. I cannot just say to someone, oh yes, come to here, it's safe. Like no place in the earth is safe. Like even your house is not safe. So it's not just about one country one or the continent, because lots of people now they ask me if Africa is safe. Africa is 54 countries. You cannot go to place with the war, and you said, oh, you are saying Africa is not safe because there is a place where there is a civil war or there is something happening there, and you just now decide to make it for all the continents. For me in general, I feel safe. Like it's just the big cities, they are never safe, and this is everywhere in the world. Like even my Casablanca is not safe. And also for me, I'm not a night person, so I I think someone is we have
Oh,
someone
it's
playing
fine.
there.
Oh, he's playing music?
Because I'm next to the beach, so people are
Oh, I see.
enjoying. So I said like, I forget what I was saying.
I forgot to. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like saying it's not safe. It's Africa is safe. The big cities are
Right.
never
The
safe. Just
generalizations. Yeah.
yeah, because big cities is big city, and also night for me it's not safe because you never know what's gonna happen in night. So that's for me. I don't get out lots at night. For me, it's sunset is finished, and sometimes I go out, but not often. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's definitely like so many generalizations that people make about like just broad, like any kind of place. And I think it's also important to note that like you said, like your home can be like it's not like your
Yeah,
home is, yeah. Was there any like just after hearing all these generalizations, and you seem like you're someone who doesn't really let it like affect you too much. But was there any like places that surprised you?
Like in which way?
Like that you've maybe heard I don't know, like negative perceptions of in terms of like safety and the people were actually wonderful or
Yeah, like for example, for South Africa, it's like if you search on the web or whatever from locals, like everyone say it's not safe, but at the same time, it's like very beautiful country. I met amazing people there. People are very open. So it's like you have the balance. You have like lots of places which is not safe, and everyone warn you up on it. But it's still now when yeah, I see the pictures. It's very nice. Also, Nigeria. Nigeria is not safe 100%. They have the kidnapping stories there, but it was one of the best countries that I crossed. Even I went north. I cycled like 3,000 kilometers there, and it was an amazing country. But this is the world. This is life. Like you have places with lots of difficulty and challenges, security. But then they are nice places. Like for Nigeria, for example, there are 250 million. So imagine if 2% of these people are bad person. It's a big, you see, that's what make it. But that's doesn't mean that all these 250 million people are bad. Like also when I was in DRC, I was cycling, and two people they tried to stop me, asking me for money, and they were in motorcycle, two motorcycle, and they just stopped me. Like one stopped here, so they stopped me. It was in the main road, and like few seconds, another guy he came and he chased them away. So it was
yeah,
like
like there's good there's a
yeah,
balance.
there is a balance, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's always like if you are in the bad timing, the bad place, it can happen everywhere. So for me, that's the thing. I'm I always think if it's happening, it's happening, and you cannot change it. So yeah,
And I think the news also like tends to, blow things out of proportion.
yeah.
Yeah.
The news are always trying to just make it bad and
Yeah.
bad and bad.
Were there any languages that you picked up along the way? Like I noticed in it seems like you're quite a sponge to like the languages in each country. Like in Mozambique, you were I forgot what you were eating, but you were really speaking Portuguese. Is that
Yeah,
something that you learned along the way?
yes, I didn't speak Portuguese before, and first country was Guinea-Bissau. But in Guinea-Bissau, they were speaking some French because they are surrounded by French speaking countries. And then it was Angola, and I spent sometimes in Angola. I enjoy it, so I picked some words and I tried to have like conversation in Angola. And then in Mozambique, I feel that I was getting better to understand people, to have conversation. Yeah, so I enjoyed like learning the Portuguese while cycling in Mozambique, because at the end I saw that I can understand what people are talking about, and I can give an answer. So it was really cool. Like now I'm trying to start learning Spanish. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
it was
gonna help.
really sorry.
Said maybe it's gonna help for another if there is any other adventure, so I can have at least.
Yeah, and the Portuguese hopefully will help with your Spanish in a small
Yeah,
way. But like when you were yeah, when on one of your YouTube videos, I just like yeah, you were speaking like very, very conversationally. I was how were you able to like pick up so much? Did you already start learning like another similar language before that, or you're just kind of picking it up as you go?
I think I was just picking up
Wow.
on the way. Yeah, because yeah, I was just picking it up. I didn't really. I tried to learn it before, but then um for me I have a problem. I cannot concentrate if it's very slow. So I sat in a program in an app, and it was so slow. So it was like just repeating wife, husband, son, water. So for me, that was so slow. And then I just stopped, and then it just on the way you just learn, and day after day you just learn, because every day I'm in contact with people. Every day I stop to buy fruit or whatever. So and then you have conversation, and then you just learn.
Yeah, that's like the best way to learn a language
Yeah.
is just to immerse yourself. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Let's see. We're coming like a little bit towards the end. I just had some like fun questions to ask you.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think you were saying like um on a podcast, I think it was the Travel Seek Ride podcast. Is that the name of it?
Yeah,
I forgot the order of those words. But
seek
you were saying that
adventure.
yeah, you could that you could sleep basically anywhere. Is there like any crazy locations that you've managed to sleep?
um yeah, one time I I woke up next to, I forget the name in English, like when people they died and they,
Oh, it's like a cemetery.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was a funny location to wake up on it. Yeah, and I don't know, yeah, because I slept in many places, many funny places, and it just you got used to that. It's a funny place. It's a normal place for you, but if you go back home and you say, what I'm doing here, like why I'm sleeping here. But I think the craziest one was in Namibia. I was in the north of Namibia. I took some small road, and there is a very touristy place where you can see the Himba tribe. And I went there, and they saw that it was so touristy, and these people they came to you to take picture of you, and they ask you for money. So for me, it was like people selling their like, yeah, I didn't like the vibe. So I make a detour, and I went to another gravel road, small one, and there is a checkpoint where I camped there, and I asked them about the road because they are from there, and they said there is elephant and lions, but you just don't go early in the morning, and don't sleep, don't cycle like before sunset. You have to stop and sleep in the village. I said okay, and I start cycling. I arrived to the village very early, and then I said okay, let's continue, and then I will find another house, because I'm serious to Africa, where houses are everywhere. And then I start cycling, and I didn't see any house. And then I saw that the houses were in the mountains. I was like, oh no. And in Namibia it's easy to get a puncture, so I said okay, don't risk it, just let's let's go to I said let's just continue and find a house next to the road. And then when I when I like I saw it's almost sunset, so I just went to the bush, put my tent, take the food like far from my tent, and I want to try to make a fire. I didn't find the lighter, so I just slept, and they said, "Oh, it's fine. Like uh, yeah, it's a wild place. It's empty. It's like a desert. I don't think I will have a problem." And then I went to my tent. I had internet, and then I started hearing something next to my tent. In the beginning, I was hearing the sound. I was like, oh, this is only a cow. And it was the lions. And for me, I said, oh, this is, for me, oh, this is just the cows. And then I start hearing something next to my tent. I was like, oh, shit, what is this? And they start asking in internet, what should I do if I'm surrounded by wildlife? And then I start asking, because we have a WhatsApp group of people cycling in West Africa, is what should I do if I have animals next to my tent? People they just don't get out. So I just put the lights on. And for me, I'm a dead sleeper. If I want to sleep, I will sleep. Like I don't really like if I need to sleep, I will sleep. If there is a noise, if there is music, it's not a problem for me. So I slept, and then I wake up in the middle of night because I needed to go to the toilet, and I went to the toilet, and they was like, oh, maybe because the animals, they smell the, if you pee that it's, they smell, so they mark the territory. I said, oh, I hope I didn't mark the territory and they will not come to me. And then when I wake up in the morning, I came back, and of course I went back to sleep, and I found the lion's footprints next to my tent. Yeah,
Wow.
that was crazy. And I was like, oh my god. And when I went to some conservation in South Africa, and it's lion conservation, I showed them the pictures. Said, yeah, this is a lion. And because there I was so close to the lion, and I hear the roar of the lion, I was like, oh, definitely this is the same sound. Like for me, it was like, oh no, this is just only some cows. But then you see that there were no people living there, so there is a reason that's why people are not living there. So because there is wildlife.
That's crazy that you couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Have you always like, do you think that's just something that you've built up from like biking for so much, or you've always been like that? You could just fall asleep anywhere?
No, I think even before, because when I used to hike with my friend, we sleep in the same tent, and we did the crossing of High Atlas Mountains together for 1 month, and we sleep in the same tent. And then every time I sleep, I said, that, okay, good night. And you can like count to four, and I will sleep. Like I will. And for her, it's not the same. And even if she wake up, open the tent, she told me, oh, did I wake you up? Nothing. So I think it's even before I'm just dead sleeper.
That's great to be able to do, especially like on
Yeah.
these trips. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny about the animals. Like,
Yeah.
I was cycling in Alaska like a few years ago. And I'm a type 1 diabetic, so I need to keep like food in my tent. And of course, like in Alaska, they have the bears and they tell you
Oh,
like to put all of your food like outside the tent,
outside.
like anything that smells. But like I needed my like candy with me just in case my blood sugar dropped.
Yeah.
Um, so I think I was just like really risking it every time I did that because I met some hunters later who like use gummy bears as bait for bears.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Did you have any like initial fears that you went into the trip with that have kind of changed over time?
I don't know. I think even for camping in the beginning, like you don't know really what's gonna happen, especially when you are like camping alone in the bush. And yeah, you are a woman, like still you are like more target than being a man. So you never know. So in the beginning, you have this fear that you don't want someone to come and attack you while you are sleeping, or and everything. But I think now it's not the case.
Yeah, that's interesting that you brought it up because we have like in this same cycling summit, we had another panel discussion kind of discussing this debate online that was asking women if they would rather like be stuck in the forest with a man or a bear. So it's kind of like this question of like, yeah, do you prefer like do you feel safer in civilization or like in the wild? And I think a lot of people like say the wild, but
Yeah,
it's kind of a complicated question, I think.
yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes like this is what I said. Is this is is the noise making a problem?
No, no, don't worry.
Uh, Sometimes I always when I camp somewhere where there is a wildlife or something, and my friend they told me, "Are you crazy?" I said, "If they are not humans, it's fine. Like humans are dangerous. You never know what's gonna happen with humans. The animals, you have the risk that they attack you, and then you have the risk that they will leave you alone if you don't because it's always when you show up, you are showing up on the territory of this wildlife. So this is, you are the main reason. But the humans, you never know. You never know. You can have bad experience. You can have good experience. So yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. So we're making it towards the end of the call. Is there any like kind of closing message that you want to give, especially to women? Or yeah.
Yeah, I think keep cycling, dreaming, and dream big. And there is nothing impossible. Like, and don't let like just people like I don't know how to say it, but because sometimes you have someone that you don't even know and he wants to advise you for something, you are more experienced on it, and they just give you the bad vibes for nothing. So it just, this is something you don't have to keep in your mind. And if you have a dream, if you have a goal, you just go for it. And if it's success, it's success. If it's not, you tried. It's better of not trying. And life is full of challenges, so it's nothing is gonna be easy. So you're gonna have lots of challenges. So yeah, that's it. And keep cycling and happy cycling. And yeah.
Well, thank you, Miriam. Is there anywhere like that people can find you, if you can give your maybe your Instagram handle and your
Yeah,
website?
yeah, the same. My web, I have the same. Megilos is the same that I have here, so I can on all the social media. So it's my handle. And thank you so much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be with you.